This is Ron Brown. I want to cover a chart that I use. I have selected a chart here that I use quite frequently, and I want to show you the value of this chart. It contains a lot of information, so I'm going to start from the top down. Now, the way I built this chart is I began with a group line up here in this window, and you can see over here at the left it tells me what the industry is, what the group rank is, the sector, and the number of securities in this industry, which is marine shipping. So it has an RS of 97. This group has been going up recently, represented by the cyan line. Then when I move over here, I get a lot of information about what I call these are Wyckoff indicators: above average volume, spread is wide, and the close is very high. On the random walk trends, major trend is up, minor is up, intermediate trend is up, and then on the VPA trends, the long is up, the medium's up, and the short is up. Now moving down to the main body of the chart, if you look over here, these represent the relationship of the price to the moving averages, and these moving averages are the 200, the 100, the 50, the 18, the 6, and the 3. Now I'm going to move down to these windows. Since I'm talking about the moving averages, this window represents the difference between the 3 and the 6 exponential moving averages. It's called the micro trend. This window is the short-term trend, the relationship between the 6 and the 18 exponential moving averages. So that would be between the red and the yellow moving averages. And the bottom window represents the difference between the 18 and the 50. So this is the 18, this is the 50. All of these histograms are currently well above their zero lines, which indicates that the moving averages are moving apart. This tells me that money flow continues to be positive on this stock. Now I'm going to go back up to the main area here, and you can see that there are VPA flags that have been generated. This is a strength seen returning VPA flag. Here's another one over here. This is a low volume test. This means supply is coming in. Now we get over here, you can see that there was a pullback and a shakeout. The 3 did go below the 6, but they neither one of them stayed below the 18 very long, and the stock found support at the 50-day exponential moving average. And then after that, you can see there's an effort to rise, another effort to rise, another effort to rise, and another effort to rise. So there was strong buying, and that is also visible here with the blue areas in the volume bars, which represent volume pocket pivots. Now this is a true pocket pivot down here because it was a pullback, but the other areas in blue here just represent strong volume buying. Now I have one more window down here. It has green and rose. When it's green, that means the bulls are in control based upon the volume point of control 10-day. It's a very short-term indicator, but you can see that there are some good buy and sell areas. If I point to this and then point to this up here, you can see that the VPOC turned positive at this point, and right here, same thing happened when we had the effort to rise coming off of the 50-day exponential moving average. There's a tremendous amount of information packed into this single chart, and like I said, I use this for my analysis because I can look and see immediately what the indicators are telling me, and all of the indicators, by the way, are based upon price and volume. In other words, demand and supply. What do we see right now? We obviously see a lot of demand. Here's another pullback. This one stalled at the 18. 1 or 2 day pullbacks you shouldn't be concerned about. It's when you get into the third day that you are going to see a trend change more than likely, and that didn't happen all the way up on this stock. When I look at this chart, when I'm flipping through stocks and looking at this chart, I can immediately tell what the context is, what the risk is, and so on, because I can look at these candles and their relationship to the moving averages. Here is a low risk entry. This is a pivot. You can see it came down here, and this is a confirmed pivot. When this high took out that high, that's a confirmed pivot, and it really didn't look back. Now this is an inside day. I wouldn't consider this a pivot. It's an inside day after a one-day shakeout. Notice there are not 2 or 3 days in a row of being shaken out. That's it for this chart. I'll be doing more of these charts in the future.